Welcome everybody. In today's video, we're gonna talk about why you keep relapsing, okay? And the one moment you've always been ignoring, okay? So, most of men think relapses happens before the urges, okay? Understand there is no such a thing as the urges. The urges does not exist, okay? I really cannot emphasize this enough, okay? It's all mental. It's not like something physical that you hold, such as drinking or smoking or vaping. No, it's just something that you have in your brain. It's like a chemical thing that happens in your brain. It can be the dopamine that is activated before even you get those urges. Okay, and that's why you're gonna call it urges or temptations, knowing that those things does not exist. Okay, if it doesn't exist physically, it does simply not exist. Okay, it's just there. Okay, so in reality, relapses happens 30 to 90 minutes before the urges. Okay, so once again, relapses, I don't really like to call it like this. Obviously, the reason why I'm using relapses and the urges, so you guys can understand, because it's really used basically. But a hidden decision point no one talks about. Okay, so there is a lot of things that you're gonna understand in this video, knowing how to deal with the urges and obviously how to stop relapsing basically. Okay, knowing that every single time you're gonna relapse, you're just letting your semen out, and letting your semen out will put you in this very critical situation when the only thing you're gonna be thinking about for the next thing, which is going and relapsing, obviously, because it put you in this loop, if that makes sense. It can be a shame loop, it can be a lot of loops basically, but shame loop is the one that is very, very common. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So the stages of a relapse, this is just like a small information that I want to add in order to build this knowledge and give you all of this knowledge, so then you can understand, if that makes sense. Okay, there's the emotional feelings of anxiety, isolation, or low social support. There is mental and missing the people and places associated with using, and there is the physical. Here it's a little bit emotional and mental, not really physical, until you go on relapse. When you're gonna go on relapse, what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel it physically. Okay, so you don't relapse when you open pornography, you relapse way before that. And if you miss this moment, you're basically done. So do not attempt to control your thoughts. Simply do not let them control you. And how can you do this? Basically, it's pretty easy. Okay, you just have to be conscious. The moment when you're going to be conscious about the fact that there is quote unquote things such as urges or temptations, what's going to happen here is you will activate your conscious mind, or aka your prefrontal cortex, and you're going to start to think logically. Wait for a second, if I go on relapse, what's going to happen is, oh, I'm going to have this and this and this and this, okay, which is negative points, obviously. So the hidden moments explain the relapse starts when specifically when you are bored. Most of people relapses because of their boredom. Okay, and a lot of people they cannot cope with this boredom, knowing that the boredom is one of the best gifts that we have as a human, because with boredom you can create a lot of things. Okay, so think about it. If you are a business owner, or if you have a job or something like this, and you're basically, the thing that you're doing need a lot of cognitive ability, or basically using your brain a lot of times, right? What's gonna happen is when you have time with yourself, you're gonna start to think about how to improve this thing. For example, the reason why I made this video in the first place is because I was taking a shower and I was thinking about it. And then I went on YouTube and I was like, oh, let me just check, let me see if this style is gonna work. I did it, and then I saw a person doing it, and now I'm doing it. Do you see what I'm trying to explain here? So it's something pretty easy, okay? Boredom, you just need to understand how does it work, okay? So you avoid discomfort. If you avoid discomfort, obviously what's gonna happen is you're gonna try to be comfortable, and being comfortable, which is something normal because your brain is always looking for comfort. But you need to understand that if you stay comfortable, you will never ever do anything in your life. Okay, obviously this is like I'm not trying to be a motivational woo-woo here, obviously. I'm not trying to motivate you. I'm here to give you a system that actually works. Okay, so you break one small promises. If you keep breaking those small promises, it's all good. Just understand that it's something that can happen, and be conscious about it and forgive yourself. Okay, so you seek easy dopamine. You know, it can be soft pornography, it can be hard pornography. Either way, if you go and relapse, obviously the reason why you're gonna relapse is because of all of those soft pornography that you got on your social media. And the more you're gonna keep scrolling, the more it's easy for you to go and compound all of this dopamine for you and watch those type of sexual content. Okay, so the urges are just the final wave. Okay, as you can see, it all start to compound even before you and go and relapse. Okay, so your entire life will change when you realize that stress and anxiety feeds on idleness. Okay, when you take action and you starve them of the oxygen they need to survive, the answer is found in the action. Basically, what you need to do is always take an action. Okay, there's two things. You can either go and take actions on the things that you're gonna feel, which means, anxiety or stress, or you can just basically understand them, understand how do they work. Why do you feel those emotions in the first place? It's kind of like having this critical thinking. And the more you're gonna have those critical thinking, the more you're gonna be conscious that it's just emotions. It's not a big deal. It's not something that will put you in this critical situation, if that makes sense, okay? So, and that's the reason why you have to understand your mind. And obviously, if you understand your mind, that will make you conscious. So it's all about consciousness, right? So understand that your conscious mind is 10% and your subconscious mind is 90%. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So the conscious mind analyzes thoughts and plans and short-term memory. The subconscious mind, which is 90%, obviously, the long-term memory, emotions, feelings, habit patterns, relationship patterns, addiction, involuntary bodily functions, creativity, development stages, spiritual connections, and intuition. There is a lot of things that you do with your subconscious mind. If you just think about it for a second, the reason why you go on relapse is because you keep scrolling. The more you're gonna keep scrolling, the more you're gonna have those naked, half-naked women. What's gonna happen is it's gonna stay in your subconscious mind. And because it's gonna stay in your subconscious mind, what's gonna happen here is you're gonna be like, wait, I wish I can go on relapse right now because I was thinking about this ex-woman that I saw while I was scrolling, because it's in your subconscious mind. So that's what gonna push you to go and seek those type of sexual content. It's really that easy, okay? So here we go. Why willpower doesn't work? Okay, so why willpower doesn't work? Basically, ego. Okay, why willpower or ego doesn't work? Why is that? Because willpower only works at the urge stage. By then, your brain already decided. Okay, so, and that's exactly why motivation feels useless. Basically, the more you're gonna keep using willpower, the most likely you're gonna go on relapse. Okay, and I'm telling you from my own experience, I'm telling you from everyone's experience. It's something that happens all the time. You don't need willpower, you need a proven strategy, or you need a system. Okay, and system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, basically. Okay, so willpower relies most of the time on your current state, with your current beliefs and identity. With the same beliefs that you currently have, you will never overcome this addiction. With the same identity that you have, you will never overcome this addiction. Okay, so the option that you should go for is a system, just like what I've told you previously. Either a system or a proven strategy. Understand that it's all mindset. It's all in your mind. And because of that, a system comes in different forms, such as thinking. Okay, you can literally go for a thinking, and thinking is like a system. And because you need a system, a specific system that I will give you in this video, it's a logical thinking. Think about it for a second. If you just think logically for a second here, right, you're gonna be like, wait, if I go on relapse and watch those type of sexual content, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make myself feel bad and so on. There's plenty of negative things that you're gonna feel. But because of this, you're not gonna go on relapse because you think logically and not with your amygdala, aka your emotions. So here are the 7 types of logical thinking, sorry. Think deeper, arc better, and decide smarter. A lot of people use this, which is the educative logic. There is the inducative logic. There is the abducative logic. There is the moral logic, the fuzzy logic, dialectical logic, and there is the informal logic. There's plenty of types of logic that you can do. You can pause this video here and you can see which one do you think it's compatible for you, or which one do you use already. I think for my case, I use informal logic most of the time, basically. Okay, so you should then attack the pre-urge zone first. Think about it here. As you can see, this is you, okay? Here is you. Basically, here is when you start to compound all of those emotions. And all of those emotions, when they're gonna start to compound, you need to cope with them by watching those type of sexual content, okay? And that's why the more you're gonna resist, the more you're gonna build this pain tolerance, the easier for you to overcome this addiction, and also to change your beliefs and your identity, because these are the 2 factors that you need in order to overcome this addiction as quick as possible, okay? Men who quit porn don't fight urges, they remove the conditions that created them. Okay, so understand that your identity isn't found, and if you want to create a better identity and a better beliefs in order to overcome this addiction, because those are the 2 ways to overcome this addiction quite effortlessly. It's really that easy. Okay, and basically you just have to do all of the things that I told you in this video. So this is just a small little thing that I want to add, is that identity isn't found. This is how you can easily build your identity. You do it by having discipline, boundaries, self-respect, focus, standards, and so on. Not trends, not fear, not opinions of others. With every single thing that you take on a daily basis, it can be small actions or like small wins on a daily basis that will push you to create this growth mindset, if that makes sense. Okay, so if you want a proven strategy that will guarantee you to make you overcome this addiction, and pretty easy, pretty effortlessly, the only thing that you have to do is check the first link in the description. You're gonna find a link, click on it, and you can book a free discovery call. Okay, so that's all when it comes to this video. Remember that life is all about lessons. Learn as much as you can. I love you. Take care of yourself.